Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. We are just moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tennessee Titans. With that, let's head up to Nashville for the Titans home opener. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, we take a look at this Titan ball club entering play. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener.
And when you lose that way, at home, season opener, it almost feels like two losses. So it's a big fight to get yourselves ready to go to play the next week.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7th. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Orchestrating the offense will be their versatile quarterback, the Hawaii native, Oregon Duck product. Of course, that's Marcus Mariota.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting on a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in Week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Let's go! What?
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Throwing on 1st down. Pierce. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there, a 22.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Come on, let's go! What? None! What? None! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
To throw on 2nd down. Pierce. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Come on, let's go!
Back to throw. Pierce. And his throw is incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Ohio!
Looking to throw. Pierce. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle 1st and 10 at their own 43. Working out of the gun. Mariota dumps it off to Lewis. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, Hey, we got everybody. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Preston Brown coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Mariota hands to Henry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Here's Mariota. He's going to air it out deep for Matthews. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. So a pick six there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick six going the other way.
Extra point up and good by Succa. And it's now a 7-0 game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Throwing after the interception. Pierce. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming up for the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early enough.
And they've got it here with a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Down right near the midfield stripe. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Green's got it over the middle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Here we go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Ohio! Ohio!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pierce. He finds Ross. Right side. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the 1st round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago. Really, it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
So that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it. And he's brought down. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Underneath, this is Bernard. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back to Tennessee after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Come on, let's go! What? Nothing! What? Nothing! Flex round! Flex round!
Operating from the gun. Pierce. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He gets it to Matthews, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Mariota now on 2nd down. And Walker with it. Over the middle. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Titans. Delaney Walker, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Yeah, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
On 1st down, Pierce. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st and 10, Pierce looking middle, and it's incomplete. It was Kenny Vaccaro there to get a hand on that one.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Pierce throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ross. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but Only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Pierce. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Throwing on first down. Pierce. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Pierce. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. White 90. White 90. Flex round. Flex round.
From the gun, Pierce. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. So we've reached... You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, spinning away. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll run it now out of the gun. Shreds the tackle, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Flex round. Flex round.
Off play action. Pierce. And caught right side, Green. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play.
Flex round. Flex round.
On first down, Pierce looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Boyd. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. On the screen, Bernard shifts free at the 15. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Pierce. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation in a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
They'll try and run it here. And he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Adoree Jackson on the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle. 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They begin with Henry. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, it's Henry. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 3rd down, Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Bengals grab it. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
We focus our attention on the Titans defense now. Following the fumble recovery, Pierce. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know, all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that. Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays. Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps. I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one. So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down. After the penalty, it's Henry. Muscles him off. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down, Titans, gain of 12. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles. And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. And when he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down. Mariota now to throw on first down. Walker with a grab, left side. Touchdown, Titans. Delaney Walker. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage. It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here? They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline? And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Throwing on first down. Pierce. He's going to wind up and air it out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. To throw again. Pierce flushed out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Let's go.
On third down, Pierce. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Open man is Uzama. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Ohio. Ohio. Flex round! Flex round!
On first down, Pierce. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Here we go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Back to the air on second down. Pierce. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Mixon with a first down carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Off the play fake. Pierce. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I know this offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A good pickup there, a 22.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Mariota now from the 50. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Vontaze Burfict in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Mariota. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
A first down carry for Henry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And Suckup will put this one right through, and that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien, and his guys will... Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, That doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On the read option, it's Mariota. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Titans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Suckup will put this one right through, and that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Second down, Dalton. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And able to find Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. And it'll be Dalton again. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Dalton, 1st and 10, escaping the pressure right. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be second down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Another chance for Dalton. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler.
Pass interference. Defense.
Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
And again, Andy Dalton to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
This will be Dalton again. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Josh Malone. And it's third down.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Dalton on third and goal. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up fourth.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Big fourth down here. It's Dalton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Mariota with a knee to the ground, and that should be it. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Tennessee, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.
you.